Hey there everybody, it's Chloe in Real Life, your Knott's Berry Farm Anniversary Ambassador. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Anniversary Ambassador program, as well as a little bit of information about myself, so you really get to know me and what I have to offer with my channel. I work with a group of people who partner with Knott's to bring you tons of fun content about what's happening at the park, as well as all the fun seasonal events that are happening at Knott's. So my channel, Chloe IRL, focuses on my real life. And so it's a lifestyle channel that covers videos such as Knott's Berry Farm, especially Knott's Scary Farm. I make a lot of videos about Knott's Berry Farm, as well as my previous trips to Japan. I do some art videos. I do a lot of product unboxing, as well as a lot of visiting really fun places. And I do a whole bunch of Halloween and spooky related videos. I try to give you guys content that's really interesting but still presented in a fun and entertaining way, like live streams, behind the scenes footage, and even interviews. So now a little bit about me. I'm Chloe Noel, I'm 17 years old. I'm a high school senior that's graduating this year, and some of the things I really enjoy doing are drawing and painting, anything art related. I love playing video games. Some of my favorites are Minecraft, Overwatch, and of course Animal Crossing New Horizons. So much fun. I love to travel. I've been to Japan 4 times and it's just so beautiful there. I love it every time I go back. It's so much fun. I love going to spooky haunted places such as the Whaley House and the Queen Mary. I love anything scary. I love scary movies. My favorite scary movie is The Shining. It's so good. I love it. I've seen it so many times. And I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. I try to incorporate it into my life year-round, and I especially love Scary Farm. And as well, I also love going to Knott's Berry Farm. I also love theme park history, and with Knott's being 100 years old, there's a lot of history there. I've been going to Knott's ever since I was very young. I used to go all the time with my parents and grandparents and go to Camp Snoopy to meet Snoopy, and I still do that today. I went with my very first Girl Scout troop. I got to see a bunch of new rides come in, like the 3 new rides at Camp Snoopy, which I actually filmed a promo that's over on the Knott's Berry Farm website, the rides at Boardwalk, Hang Time, Calico River Rapids, a bunch of rides, and I really got to see the park grow throughout all the years of just my lifetime. I mean, it's been open for 100 years, so the park really has grown since opening. And I have to say that my favorite memory is probably from my very first trip to Scary Farm. Scary Farm has played such a big part of my life. I mean, it has truly, like, developed my love for Halloween. And I went to Scary Farm for the very first time when I was 12 years old. And I might have been a little young, but since I've always loved scary stuff ever since I was like 6 years old, my parents thought I could handle it. But when we first got there, I was like really scared. I did not like the monsters. I was very scared of them, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I gotta go home. I don't like this. I'm not ready for it. And my parents were like, okay, just go through one maze, and if you still don't like it, then we can totally go home and we don't have to go back. We can wait a few more years. And I went through my maze, and the very first one I ever went through was 2014 Black Magic. And this maze was all magic and Harry Houdini themed. It was under accelerator. People were jumping around and scaring me, and I was like, this is awesome. I remember like shouting out, this is amazing! And yeah, I've been hooked ever since. I've been to Scary Farm every year since then. I've gotten the pass. Like last year for Scary Farm, I think I at least went once a week. I love it so much. It's my favorite time at Knott's Berry Farm. And I have to say that while I've made so many memories, hundreds and hundreds of memories, I gotta say that that one's my favorite. So now let me tell you a little bit about my 3 must-dos when you go to Knott's Berry Farm. So, number 1, you have to visit Snoopy. It's like the rules when you go to Knott's Berry Farm is you gotta go say hi to Snoopy, you gotta take a picture with him, and you gotta give him lots of squeezes. Snoopy is so cute. He's always dressed up for some fun occasions. You can go see him in Camp Snoopy at the main entrance of the park, and he's always kind of walking around, so you've got to be sure to go say hi to Snoopy and give him some hugs. Next up, you have to visit the Calico Mine Ride. It is my favorite non-coaster attraction here at Knott's Berry Farm because A, it's packed full of history, B, it's very informative. It tells you all about the California Gold Rush, but not in like a boring history way. It's done in like a very fun, you're going on a ride way. And C, it's so pretty. I think that ride is gorgeous, especially the part where you go into the cave and you got the stalagmites and the stalactites and they're all lit up. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I get chills every time I've seen it, even though I've gone on that ride so many times. It's so much fun. It's such a pretty ride. It's fun. There's little parts of it that get a little thrilling, but it's good for all ages, and overall, I think it's a pretty fun ride. And my third tip, you have to eat at Boardwalk Barbecue. I know this might sound a little strange, but it is my favorite restaurant at the entire park. Every time I go, my whole family always eats there. And if you want to get my special order, it's tri-tip with mac and cheese and the corn muffin. It's so good. It's nice because you get to sit down, you get a great view of watching people go on accelerator, which I'm telling you is so much fun because you just get to hear like screams every now and then while you're eating, and it's just so tasty. So you gotta go there. Now I have some tips for you guys for when you visit the park. My number one tip that I recommend to every season pass holder is to get the meal plan. The meal plan is great for season pass holders because it lets you eat 2 times a day every time you visit the park. They also have one for if you're just visiting the park for the day. I recommend getting the all-day dining plan. But the meal plan for season pass holders is great because it lets you eat 2 times a day, and they have such a great variety of food. They have everything from Boardwalk Barbecue to Panda Express. They have burgers, fries, chicken strips, hot dogs. So there really is something for everyone, even if you're a super picky eater like me. And next up, I would have to recommend putting some boysenberry punch into your drink when you get a drink. I think that this is great because you can only get boysenberry punch when you're at Knott's Berry Farm, so it adds a little bit of extra fun. I like to think that Snoopy makes the boysenberry punch. I don't know. He probably doesn't, but I think it's cute. And it goes really well with lemonade, Sprite, Diet Coke, and Coke. And so let me know if you try it. And then finally, my last tip is to go to the shops in Ghost Town. One of the things that I love so much about Knott's Berry Farm is that there's so much to do there. Most of the times when I visit, I don't even feel the need to go on rides because I just love walking around the park and visiting all the fun shops that are in Ghost Town. There's the blacksmith, the geode shop, which is my personal favorite, and the glass blowers. There's always someone doing a little demonstration that ties to the skill related to the shop, and it's so much fun because you get to see people making such awesome things, and it's a great way to pass the time when you're at the park. Now, just to recap, I'll tell you a little bit about some of my favorite things at Knott's Berry Farm. So to start off, I'm going to talk about the Seasons of Fun. And the Seasons of Fun is something that's really great about Knott's Berry Farm is they're basically different seasons that Knott's celebrates, and the park really gets transformed to celebrate that season, and it's super fun. And so my favorite Seasons of Fun has to be summertime because there's just so much going on. There's Ghost Town Alive, there's Soak City, there's summer nights, and it's just amazing. I love it. It's such a great time. And I mean, you know, it's summer, so obviously it's a good time of the year. My favorite Peanuts character, while I do love Snoopy, I think my favorite Peanuts character is Linus. I just think he's so cute. I love his little striped shirt, and I think his little blanket's adorable. My favorite ride and attraction has to be either, I couldn't pick just one, it has to be either Hang Time or La Revolution. I feel like not a lot of people talk about La Revolution, but it's really fun. It's not a coaster, but it's still just as thrilling as one. My favorite show has to be either, like, again, I couldn't pick just one, there's so many good ones, has to be either the Knott's Scary Farm preview show, which is like great because, you know, there's all the announcements and mazes, but it's also a really fun show, and also the ice show during Christmas time is the most beautiful show that Knott's Berry Farm puts on. It is incredible. The ice skaters are all so talented, the music and the sets, oh man, I could watch it all year long. My favorite merchandise item is actually the one I'm wearing right now. It's my Knott's Scary Farm Spirit jersey. It's so comfortable. I love it. It's great because it's like Scary Farm and you can wear it all year round because it's not like featuring all the mazes with a bunch of pumpkins and stuff. So, you know, it doesn't look weird if you're wearing it all year. But this is so comfortable. I love wearing it to lounge around, and I also love wearing it out. And my favorite food item, well, it's probably Boardwalk Barbecue, but besides Boardwalk Barbecue, has to be the boysenberry fudge at the stores at Knott's Berry Farm. You can get it at the Berry Mart and also at Ghost Town Candy, and I definitely recommend trying some because it's really, really tasty. Alright guys, so that was a little bit about me and my love of Knott's Berry Farm. If you want to see more of my adventures about Knott's Berry Farm and what's going on in my life, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chloe IRL, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at ChloeNoel910. Leave a comment down below of any tips and tricks that you have and some of your favorite things about Knott's Berry Farm because I would like to know. I'm always looking for fun new tips that I could try out when I'm at the farm. So I hope to see you all later. Bye! So now a little bit about me. My name is Chloe Noel. I'm 17 years old. I'm a high school
You're just a high school.
I am a high school right here. All right. And I've been going to Lots Berry Farm. Lots Larry Larm. So now let me tell, wow. Okay. So now let me tell you a little bit about my three, So now let me tell you a little bit about my 3 must-dos when you go to Knott's Berry Farm. And third, A, B, and third.